Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. To start with, I did get my Movie Pass card, which was surprising. I got it like about a week before I expected to, because after I signed up, like a couple of days later, I got an email that basically was like a warning saying, look, because of this crazy low price of $10, a lot of people are signing up, so we're having a little slowdown in trying to fill everybody's orders and get everybody signed up. So I was supposed to expect it like closer to the 9th, but then it showed up on Saturday. I was like, woohoo! So unfortunately, when I actually went out to go get some lunch, and I was like, oh, you know what, let me just see what's at the movie theater, and I pulled out the app. I got a little nervous because I tapped the theater, and it made me log in again, and I'm like, oh, maybe this app doesn't work. But it did, and it listed all the movies, like, and all the showings, and unfortunately there was like nothing at the multiplex that I actually wanted to go see. Like, I know that it's not going to cost me anything out of my own pocket, and I could have just gone to the movie, but there wasn't anything that I wanted to spend 2 hours sitting through. Do you know what I mean? I was hoping that Atomic Blonde would still be there, but it is not. They're still playing Spider-Man Homecoming and even Wonder Woman, but not Atomic Blonde, so... I mean, there were a couple movies where I'm like, I could see that, but I don't really want to. Not right now. But it's okay, because there are movies coming that I don't necessarily want to pay for, so it'll be great. So I can't really talk about how it works as a process, but I'm in, and as soon as there's a movie I want to actually see, I'll give it a shot. I also wanted to talk about the death of Miiverse. Yes. Nintendo has announced that it's canceling the Miiverse service as of November. I mean, the writing was on the wall when the Switch didn't use it. So, like, whatever, like, they made it for the Wii U, and the 3DS used it as well, but it seems like Nintendo has finally gotten the point that people, like the Switch, you can post to Twitter and Facebook, which is what people actually want to do. Like, I get that Nintendo, being Nintendo, they're always like a step behind as far as the online world, but, like, I get that they wanted to maintain the whole, you know, you're safe with Nintendo, and we're going to create our own Twitter, basically, that you can post screenshots to and messages and follow your friends, and they'll follow you, and you can comment and like each other's pictures and statuses and updates and whatever. So, like, that's great. The problem is I'm sure a lot of people were like me. I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of people that did use it. I did not. I would post occasionally, like on Wii U, like in Wii Fit, like, if I climb Mount Everest, they're like, congratulations, you climbed Mount Everest. Do you want to share this accomplishment on Miiverse? And I'm like, yes, I would like to. It's like an achievement or a trophy. You want to share that, and you want to get some validation from your peers to say, congratulations, you did that, that's amazing. You know, but with Animal Crossing, you can take a screenshot, but it screenshots the top screen, but not the bottom. And usually in 3DS games that have screenshot ability, you don't want to take a picture of the bottom screen, because it's like a map or your inventory or controls or whatever. But in Animal Crossing, occasionally, when you read a letter that you get in the mail, the letter is on the bottom screen, and you are standing in the top screen reading your mail. So, sometimes in my Animal Crossing diaries that I still post, I want to include that letter. Occasionally, if it's like if I get a gift or something, I can take a picture of the gift and then just write in the body of the text of my diary, I just transcribe the letter. But occasionally the letter is what I want to show, so I will take a Miiverse screen. I will go to Miiverse, where you can take a screenshot of either screen, and I would take a screenshot of the bottom screen, share it on Miiverse, so that I could then have that screenshot as a JPEG that I can use in my diary. So I'm going to miss that, but that's about it. I guess now I won't take screenshots, I won't be able to share letters, or if it's something that I really, really want to share, I guess I'll have to like take my phone and like take a screenshot of it with my phone and then use that photo in my diary. We'll see. Because I am still doing my Animal Crossing diaries. I don't know why, I just am. It's fun. You can find them on Medium. But Miiverse, we hardly know you. Also, I'm letting go, just me. I personally am letting go of Xbox Live Gold. I made the decision because I got an email from Sony that was like, hey, your PlayStation Plus is coming up for renewal next week. It was like a 1-week notice. So I was like, oh, I gotta go renew that. So I went to Best Buy to pick up a new card because I could renew it directly with my credit card, like on my PlayStation, but I'd rather get it at Best Buy because it's $60, and that's $60 towards my like cashback coupon. So if I'm gonna spend money on games or games accessories, I like to do it at Best Buy. That way, I get some cash back. I know that if I did buy it through the PlayStation, I would get my Sony rewards points, but that's less good because I don't know how many points you'd get, because I did sign up for that a long time ago, and like I have a few hundred points or whatever, but like you need like 8 million points to get something decent, so I never really check. I don't care. Like it's so bad. Like you need so many points that it's not really worth it. It's like you need like thousands and thousands of points to get like a free game, and like you get like 5 points for doing something. It's like a complete waste. So I would rather get it at Best Buy. But I also got a Microsoft email that was like, hey, heads up. They gave me like a month's notice that my Xbox Live Gold was going to die out. And I thought about it for like a day or so, and I was like, you know what? There's no point. I don't want to renew my Xbox Live Gold. Because I don't use it, you know? And I know when I thought about it, I was like, it's $60, you know, it's like $5 a month, like $1 and change a week. It's not really that much when you break it down, but honestly, I don't use it, and I feel like I shouldn't be wasting that $60. You know, like that $60, I could go get a game. I could go buy a brand new game and enjoy that more than I would get more enjoyment out of a new game than I would out of Xbox Live Gold. Because honestly, last generation, my 360 was the jam. Like I had tons of 360 games, and my PS3, I had a small batch of exclusives, and I would use it as a Blu-ray player. That was it. But this generation, while I started with the Xbox One, once I got my PlayStation 4, it was just easier to use, and it was easier to post pictures and videos to social media. The controller was much better than the PS3 controller. It got comfortable again. So I've been using my PS4 so much. And I mean, like, you can see, okay, you can't really see, but can you see the dust on my Xbox One controller? There's dust on it because I have not played this in forever. So basically now, my PS4 is my system of choice, and my Xbox One is collecting dust, and is basically used to play Dance Central and Rock Band. That's it. So it's unfortunate, but like I'm downloading free games off of the PlayStation Plus that I don't have time to play, so I don't feel like I'm going to miss Xbox Live Gold games playing for free. So I went into my Microsoft account and I tried to delete a credit card. There were 2 credit cards. One was expired and one was new. And I was going to delete them both. But I couldn't delete the expired credit card because that was the one that was attached to my Xbox Live Gold account. And I couldn't delete it unless I gave them another payment option. And I'm like, well, I don't want to give you my current credit card because then you're automatically going to bill it. And I figured it would just be easier if I just left them with my expired credit card, and then I would get an email that was like, hey, we can't renew your thing. If you want to renew your Xbox Live Gold, give us another payment option or you're out. And I'll be like, bye-bye. Because it's just, I don't know how to go in and be like, I want to cancel. Because usually if you try to cancel things, it's never easy to do. So I figured I'll just let them try to bill my expired credit card, and then I'm out. Because honestly, like I said, I'm not using it. So it seems a waste. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough that I'm like, you know what? There's no point in wasting that money. That could be used for something better. Because like I said, I'm downloading PlayStation games that I'm not playing. Except, segue, I did this week. Because I promised that I was going to play something other than No Man's Sky, so that I could have another game to talk about. And so I tried Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, which I've never been the biggest fan of the Assassin's Creed games. I've played a few. They tend to get kind of difficult, so I stopped playing. But I did finish Liberation on the Vita. That was fantastic because it was nice and short, and I was able to finish it, and that was great. I read about Freedom Cry because it's DLC for Black Flag, which I had no interest in because Black Flag is pirates, and I'm just like, no. Like, I remember playing a demo at, like, some video game event and being like, they're like, here, now you can pilot the pirate ship. I'm like, I don't play Assassin's Creed to steer pirate ships and shoot cannons. I play Assassin's Creed to sneak around and kill people. Like, what are you doing? No. If I want to play a pirate game, I'll play a pirate game. So, I was disappointed. So I never played that. But this is DLC, and it's like, they said it was like 5 or 6 hours of gameplay. I'm like, that's perfect. That's just what I want. I want to be able to just jump in, play a brief little game, and then I'm done. And I feel a sense of accomplishment that I finished it, and yay. So I downloaded it, and I started playing it, and it starts you on a freaking pirate ship. Seriously. You're steering a pirate ship, you're under attack, you have to steer over, and you have to shoot down the other ships, and then the main ship, you stop it, and then you can either sink it or board it, so I boarded it, and I'm just like, fighting, and the problem with Assassin's Creed is you're meant to sneak and kill with one hit from behind. That's because you're not that strong. So here it is, like this melee on the deck of a pirate ship, and I'm like, and getting my ass kicked, because that's not how you're supposed to do it. I ended up giving up and dying, because it was being ridiculous, and I tried again, and this time I boarded the ship, and I climbed up the side of the ship, and I would climb up behind somebody and go, and then like go around the other side and get somebody else and whatever. So I was able to take out guys by being a little sneaky, but it's the deck of a ship during a huge giant battle, like, it's not sneaky. So that was sort of irritating. Didn't feel like Assassin's Creed. Then the ship's, the big wave knocks over the ship, you wash ashore like Link in a Zelda game, you wash ashore, and you wake up on this island, and I got as far as just after that where there's a woman being chased, and you kill the guy and rescue her, and then she goes off to her family, and I rescued my first slave, and that also did not feel like Assassin's Creed, and I'm just like, ugh. So I was kind of disappointed in that. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it. I was so disappointed that I just said, you know what, let me try something else, and I finally started playing Life is Strange, which I like a lot better. Because it's one of those, it's, you know, it's like an adventure game where I can, like, look at everything and talk to everybody and do stuff and whatever. And I am very intrigued by the whole plot is you're this girl who discovers that she can rewind time and change the outcome of events by doing or saying different things. So it's funny, like, there was a conversation where in order to progress, you had to answer his question correctly. Like a quiz question about a photographer. And I didn't know the answer, so I just guessed, and he's like, no, it's not right. So I rewind time, I guess again. And literally, of course, it was the very last of the 4 options that I chose, and I'm just like, of course. But it's an intriguing gameplay element that it's very tempting to overuse, because after I did one particular action, the character goes, ooh, I don't know, that might have been a mistake. Maybe I should rewind and do that differently. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm good with that choice that I made, and just move along. So I might end up regretting it later. I probably will, but I also feel like it's like a Telltale game. It's like a Telltale game where you can change your mind after you've made a decision. Immediately after making a decision, you can change your mind. But I feel like a Telltale game, it's not going to ultimately affect the outcome of the game. Like, certain threads will change, and there will be different dialogue, and certain characters may not be around because something will have happened to them. But the main story will continue to progress to the end. And I guess I could die at some point if I make the wrong choice, but I don't know, that hasn't happened yet. It's just the beginning. And it's also like, I have a mission. I'm supposed to go and get a flash drive for my friend, but there's this entire campus full of people that I want to explore and talk to, and he's going to have to wait. Because I know that in reality, I'd be like, I'm going to go and get this flash drive for my friend. But in the game, I'm like, I can do all this other nonsense and then continue the game later. Like, I can do all this other nonsense and then go and do the mission. Because he'll still be waiting for me, I assume. Maybe he won't. But I'm assuming he will. And then he'll just be like, that took forever. I waited a long time for you. What were you doing? And I'm like, sorry, I was playing the game. So I want to do the side stuff. I'm very unfocused when I play games. I want to check everything out. I don't want to just do one thing. So, unfortunately, I still find myself drawn back to No Man's Sky. So while I feel like I should be playing more of Life is Strange, because I'm only in the first chapter, I still boot up No Man's Sky and explore the universe, because it's not going to explore itself. I really like that game. Sorry. So, come back next week, and, oh, actually, there might not be one next week, because my nieces are coming over, so I may not actually have time to shoot a video next week, so we'll see. You might have to wait 2 weeks. But, yeah, come back, and, I'll talk about something else. Alright, bye!